Burundi, a small, old kingdom in the middle of Africa. But what does its name mean? To understand, we must go back in time, over green hills and deep valleys to find out where the name came from, a name that has been heard for hundreds of years. Burundi's story is more than just a place on a map. It's about people, power and belonging. Its land, rolling hills, rich flatlands and the shores of Lake Tanganyika made a special culture, separate but strong. Next to Rwanda, Tanzania and the DRC, Burundi's identity is different, deeply tied to its name. The name Burundi is like an old word spoken for many generations, carrying the importance of a kingdom and the spirit of its old family. To look into where it came from is to peel back history and listen to old stories, showing how one word can hold the memory of a people. The land's rich high areas supported farming and complex groups of people, each hill adding to a shared identity, later known as Urundi. This strong connection between people and land is the base of the kingdom and its name. Long before the kingdom, Burundi's story started with the TWA, forest people who lived well here for thousands of years. Their history is part of the country's makeup, setting the stage for people who moved there later. Around the year 1000, people who spoke Bantu languages arrived, the ancestors of the Hutu, skilled farmers who changed the land with farming. This big change in farming allowed for bigger, settled groups and prepared the way for a complex society. Later, the Tutsi arrived, people who raised animals whose wealth was counted in cows, helping the Hutus farming. Over time, TWA, Hutu and Tutsi made a shared culture, language and way of life, joined by Kirundi and common beliefs. They worshipped Imana and respected shared ancestors, building a united society before any official kingdom. This mix of cultures was the rich ground for a powerful king's rule. The beginnings of the Burundian state were planted in this mix, where who you were went beyond where you came from. From this unity, the name that would define the land, Burundi, began to form. From this shared culture, the Kingdom of Burundi, Urundi, appeared probably in the 1600s under Ntare Rushatsi. He brought together separate chiefdoms, setting up a king's rule that became the heart of Burundian identity. At its top was the Mwami, both king and spiritual leader, chosen from the important Ganwa group. The Ganwa, different from Hutu and Tutsi, formed a smart group of nobles ruling through a network of chiefs. This way of working included all groups as subjects of the Mwami, who showed unity and fairness. The king's court, with its special practices and sacred drums, became the center of culture and old ways. Urundi's strength came from this shared feeling of belonging, remembered as a great time of peace and calm. The Ganwa family kept things balanced and orderly, and the name Urundi became deeply set in the minds of the people. It stood for not just land, but a holy kingdom and a shared future. Burundi is a European way of saying the Kirundi name Urundi. In Kirundi, Uru is a beginning part for large areas, while Rundi is argued about. Some say it means the people, making Urundi land of the Rundi. Unlike many African nations, Rundi wasn't just one group, but a national identity for Hutu, Tutsi and TWA alike. Another idea connects Rundi to a verb meaning to start or to come from, suggesting Urundi is the place where things began. This fits with old stories of a holy homeland started by Ntare Rushatsi. Some language experts connect Rundi to words for hill or highland, which fits Burundi's rolling land. While the exact origin is not certain, all explanations point to a strong link between land, people and history. Urundi means more than a place. It's a united identity based on shared history. Whether land of the Rundi, original land or land of hills, the name speaks of belonging. It's proof of a people's strong bond with their home country. The power of Urundi was its ability to bring different people together under one identity. Burundi, before colonial times, stands out for how well its society worked together. Abanyarundi, the people of Urundi, went beyond ethnic labels. Loyalty was to family groups, regions, and most importantly, the Mwami and the kingdom. The king's rule actively worked to create unity, with symbols like the sacred Karienda drum representing the spirit of the nation. Shared language and belief in Imana created common ground, and national ceremonies made this unity stronger. The Ganwa noble class, outside of ethnic differences, built a political system based on loyalty to the king. Chiefs could come from any background, and moving up in society, though limited, was possible. The name Urundi stood for a social agreement. All who respected the Mwami belonged to the national family. This unity was the kingdom's strength, allowing it to do well for hundreds of years. Urundi was more than a name, it was a statement of a shared future. The late 1800s brought European colonization, first German, then Belgian rule. The Germans ruled indirectly, keeping the king's rule and the name Urundi as they were. Belgian rule, however, made strict ethnic divisions, seeing Tutsi as rulers and Hutu as lower, planting seeds for future problems. Even so, the name Urundi remained a symbol of unity and ancestral land for Burundians. The Mwami, though weaker, became a symbol of fighting back and national identity. Urundi became a quiet act of defiance, a reminder of a time when they ruled themselves. As movements for independence grew, Burundians gathered around their shared identity, not ethnic separation, but bringing back their kingdom. In 1962, independence brought a new name, Burundi, a modern echo of Urundi, taking back unity. This choice was a powerful statement, embracing a history of togetherness. The name showed a return to their roots and a hope for a united future. After independence, Burundi faced trouble. Ethnic differences led to instability and conflict. Yet the name Burundi lasted as a symbol of unity and hope, even in the worst times. It stood for a shared home and a common history tying people together. In the 2000s, as Burundi rebuilds, the name calls for making peace and returning to the inclusive ideas of Urundi. National symbols, flag, coat of arms, and the motto, "Unity, Work, Progress," show this spirit. For many, especially young people, Burundi is a name of hope and pride. It's celebrated in music, art, and the rhythms of the royal drummers, telling the story of being strong. The name connects Burundians everywhere to a rich, long-lasting heritage. It stands as proof of the nation's ability to survive, get new life, and work for peace. The story of Burundi's name is the story of its soul, rooted in history, full of hope for unity.